ESP has been a lifesaver for us, not just my grandson, but my husband and myself. The last couple of years have been hell, and yeah, without them, I don't think we would have survived, I really don't. My grandson as a child was, well, in his early days, very happy and into everything. I guess he was a little bit different, hyperactive and all that sort of thing, but everybody said, oh, he's just a normal boy. It was about him doing what he wanted to do and not worrying about any consequences, I guess. He was just like nothing mattered. No respect, and he had no fear, which in itself is a huge problem, and that was how we first came to know that he had a problem. He went to school and things became a little bit more difficult. He wouldn't conform, he was bullied, all that sort of thing. Very hard to deal with. He'd actually come from primary school where he was in a special unit, and when he went to high school he was put into mainstream. High school was, yeah, it was the turning point, and it was just a nightmare for him. Too many people, too many different personalities who couldn't cope with his differences. A few times he was sort of cornered in the playground and not treated too well. He was diagnosed in primary school, oppositional defiance disorder. That was a big thing in that, and all the questionnaires that we had to fill out, his teachers had to fill out, everything said the same thing. So that was one part of it, and the ADHD was another. But at the school that he went to, they tended to not treat him like he had this condition, or they didn't know how, I would say. So he was more or less sat in a corner, and there were occasions when they made him sit with his back to the classroom, which is really, really bad. He wouldn't talk to us, he kept everything to himself. When we joined the program ESP in 2021, I had never heard of it, and it was just a phone call from someone who introduced themselves and said, oh, case manager for your grandson, and explained a little bit what it was about. So, you know, are you interested? So we, of course, said yes, and from there they came up to visit. In terms of the work that my grandson's done over the last couple of years with ESP, he's come out of his shell a little bit. He'll actually talk to people, which he wouldn't do before. He'd just sort of grunt or say, He's happy to go out and do things with them, just be normal, really. All these pro-social activities have actually helped him come towards more social activities and a better lifestyle. He's certainly come a long way now from what he was. He actually managed to get his driver's licence, which is good, and that was helped by his case manager. She took him along to that a couple of times. Just interacting with his driving instructor as well, which was really good. I don't think he would have made any progress without ESP. We were floundering, we didn't know what to do, and they just pointed us in the right direction. ESP has been a lifesaver for us. Not just my grandson, but my husband and myself. Anything that we didn't know, needed to find out, they've gone above and beyond really to find out what we needed to know and to help us. The last couple of years have been hell, and yeah, without them, I don't think we would have survived, I really don't. My advice to anyone who's been contacted or knows about the ESP program is to go with it. Definitely. They are so helpful. There's no judgment. Don't be afraid. Just jump in and take the help that you can get from ESP. they're absolutely wonderful.